The Cosmic Curators was an entry for our 5th Outer Wilds community mod jam. The theme this time was miniature, and all entries took place in mini star systems in a shared solar system scene. Curators is set in a strange spaceship orbiting around a pulsar and is chock full of spoilers for the base game and especially for the Echoes of the Eye DLC, so if you don't want to get spoiled, click off now. Also, if you'd rather play the mod yourself, go check it out at the link in the description. Okay, so here we are once again in the central hub station. And this mod over here with the pulsar is Cosmic Curators. Okay, so right off the bat we're seeing some Echoes of the Eye spoiler material. Okay. I assume these are the people that made the mod. Space exploration for dummies. Lord Foog. Okay, is this... I've heard a lot about this mod. I didn't have the impression that it was a joke mod. I assume this might just be at the starting location. But yeah, I don't really see anything that I can do with any of these things. Sure. That's a picture of the stranger. Okay. That's a picture of the Southern Observatory on Brittle Hollow. Some kind of a Cthulhu cultist looking, what do you even call these? Banners? And yeah, we are now aboard a ship around the pulsar. That's the Addle Rock. That is some unknown location with a technology similar to this ship. Oh, that's a corpse? That is a T-posing corpse? Ugh. These are Easter eggs from the Echoes of the Eye DLC. There's stranger text, although it doesn't even prompt me to use my translator. Okay, this is some sort of light interactable. And we have sort of like a scale model of one of their UFOs. And then over here we have Nomai stuff. We similarly have a scale model of a Nomai shuttle. We do not have any Nomai corpses, which is nice. But yeah, we seem to actually have text. Alumin says, a device used to torture prisoners. It's unknown how the creator of such a horrid device managed to sleep at night. A mysterious device with many proposed uses. Some think it was a way to store cards and keep track of schedules. It could also be used for grating hard food down to bits. Perhaps some kind of space parmesan? We cannot possibly comprehend what this device even does. Okay, if you're a Nomai, wouldn't you know what these devices do? Also, this is just a bed, dog. This is now Crom, a ship that is launched via a cannon of sorts. The Hanging Nomai Outpost was the first to make these to reconnect to their underground outpost. Okay, they must be referring to the Hanging Outpost is on Brittle Hollow, and then the underground outpost is on Ember Twin. Nickel says, a set of what appears to be instruments of war for battle tactics. They would place these around to simulate how they could respond to potential enemy advances. Okay, so that's not true. I think these are not Nomai who are talking. Cobalt says, a weapon capable of short-range attacks, similar to our King Fu. Nearly everyone seemed to have one in life, making it a common item. Another falsehood. Cobalt says, how fast one could attack with it is unknown, but our experts believe one strike can take place within the span of a lightning bolt. Sure thing. And Nickel says, a piece of technology capable of pushing objects away from a location. This device features intricate designs that reflect its complex engineering. Okay, and that is actually true. And we seem to be able to do something with that. Although first I should read this scroll. Argons as a method of sharing tactical information with other groups, used for writing and historical record keeping. I mean, sure. I don't know about tactical, but sure. Can I walk into this big fire? Okay, so there are slots that I can put the tractor beam into. There we go. I don't know what that did. And okay, I cannot walk into the purple fire. It will hurt me. Or wait a second. Okay, there are signs up here. So 3 eyes. That's because Nomai have 3 eyes. Yeah, and then these are Hearthians, so 4 eyes. This symbol, I don't know what this symbol is, but I mean, okay, I'm not going in there. And then here there's 2 eyes, yeah, because they're strangers. So presumably, oh, and I accidentally put it into the right slot, so that's good. I assume, yeah, I can pick up this artifact, and that will go there. What do we have in here for the Hearthians? Play recording. Much like the avians, Hearthian fuel is used for lighting campfires and torches. The caution symbols hint that this species has an arsonist problem. A strange device that plays audio. While it's unknown how it operates, Beryl speculates that it uses trapped spirits for entertainment. A drinkable liquid used as a coming-of-age ritual in their society. It has a high alcohol content and is quite bitter. It can also be used to disinfect wounds. Oh, that's some delicious sap wine. A ship that allowed this species the ability to fly interplanetary distances. Each one appears to be tailored to its pilot. This one seems to like windows a lot. Yeah, whose ship is this again? I think this is Rybek's ship. I could be wrong. Or a model of Rybek's ship. This here depicts a recent Hearthian innovation of colored images. It seems they have the primary colors of cyan, magenta, yellow, and black, as opposed to ours of Hulavu, Gragul, and red. Atop this printer lies a can of marshmallows cooked to perfection. It is unknown how this specimen could handle the excess amount of toxins contained within this seemingly artificial food. Okay, what can I pick up? Can I pick up this? A device made from haphazardly tossed together technology from their predecessors. It is capable of scouting areas for hazards or, as the first pilot seemed to do in a hazardous situation, fly. What, are you talking about scout boosting there? I didn't quite get that. Where's my item I can pick up? It's the marshmallows. These are spoiled. Because the can is bulging at the seams. I mean, sure. And then what? This is alien writing? It's a shame that they're missing the sort of polish of your translator still popping up and saying language cannot be translated. That would have been a cool touch. Yeah, what's your deal? You're not on some ghost matter type thing. Sure. Pick up knowledge crystal. Do I have the knowledge to read now? I do actually. Okay. Our refractor telescopes are how we observe the cosmos. For hundreds of thousands of years, we have developed precise enough technology to observe species in other systems. It's still not entirely perfect on details, so we have to fill in the information gap with our own theories. Okay, so they're saying that they were looking at like the Hearthian system and the strangers and the Nomai with telescopes, and they were able to like recreate these artifacts from that. That seems like they have some crazy telescopes. The knowledge crystal is the primary storage component for documenting and preserving our observations. This crystal on display has the knowledge of language. Enter its radius to harness its knowledge. Okay, so just by walking up to it, I'd get, like, if I put down the crystal, yeah, I can still read these things. Okay. Cool. Open the door. I'm curious, did this grant me the knowledge to read Stranger? And it did. A device that sends electrical output when light is shone onto it. It seems very similar to our own technology, almost as if it's copied and pasted. That's very meta of you. These are the deities that this species worshipped. The one on the left is a god named Chaos, who is a god of destruction, while the one on the right is a goddess of loyalty and kindness, watching the followers from above. Totems were often made of them and placed for religious activities, with the latter being put atop high shelves. A tank of fuel, likely used for lighting campfires and alcoholic beverages to show off. I've never had an alcoholic beverage that was on fire. This eerie artifact is the thing that the owl-like species use to end their own lives after finding the truth about that mysterious vortex. It releases an explosive when one sleeps. Oh, that's funny. So they're just talking about the the prototype artifacts that blow up when you try to use them. A replica of the species currently aboard the ship they call home. While they seem to now be all extinct, we managed to recreate what they looked like. They appear to have tails, long limbs, and a belly button, as one curator continually loves to point out. Okay, I guess they do have belly buttons. That's a funny thing to notice. A ship capable of interplanetary flight. It's unknown how it flies, but it seems to be able to seat one person at a time. Okay, I don't think any of this text is telling me much, besides being a little quirky. Okay, what do we have here? We have like all the sort of homeworlds. So I guess this one is interesting because this is whatever these new aliens are. But sure. Here, what just happened? Oh. That's very cool. Unidentified signal nearby. What's this? Scout distress signal on the Carvey wavelength. Okay. What do you mean I can't use the camp? I want to roast a marshmallow. That's messed up, dude. 0 out of 10. This mod's awful. Literally unplayable. So yeah, there is a ghost matter cave over there that if I wanted to go into would surely kill me. Okay. I was gonna say, am I gonna have to try to move the whole way across on my own? Okay, we're next. Also, I'm gonna be a little cheeky. I'm gonna leave my scout behind. I want to see, you know, will I be able to see my scout? Oh, it recalled it immediately. Okay, well done. So yeah, they're doing a good job using the theme of the jam, which was miniature. Okay, that's a bit of a precise jump. No, it's not. Is there anything in here? I do not fit. Okay, there does not seem to be much of anything in there, though. I imagine this is one of those mods that recommends you use the suit log mod while playing it, because I'm getting all these ship logs, but of course my ship isn't here. I won't be able to check any of these things. These guys are very liberal on the jetpack fuel, which is always appreciated. That's so weird. My scout vanishes, but it doesn't come back, but I have it. I wonder what happens if I jump down there. Okay. A scroll. Be interesting to see, yeah, what is this scroll actually gonna say? Like, what is the purpose of this miniature diorama that I can walk in? So, tin. The Nomai discovered 3 quantum rules when exploring the Vortex's system. Little did they know there was a 4th rule hidden in plain sight. When an item is occupying the same space as a quantum socket, the quantum object cannot collapse into that possibility. Therefore, it is possible to influence the possibilities of a quantum object by simply blocking these sockets with non-quantum items. Xenon says you also forgot to mention that through this new quantum rule, you can collapse a quantum object into a superposition that it should statistically not be able to reach. Tin says indeed, under some conditions, a quantum object can fail to collapse into a state and all its sockets will remain briefly empty. However, the object can obtain another possible state that is so improbable by quantum laws that the object refuses to collapse there unless manipulated by the fourth quantum rule. Okay, that is, you have ripped off a puzzle from another mod. I guess I won't say what mod because then that would be a spoiler, but I mean, it's a good puzzle, I'll give you that. So what are we doing over here? Scroll does not fit. I don't know what that is. Why isn't this on? Oh, I fell. Oh, I fell into the abyss. Okay. That's fine. I wonder what happens if I try to bring one of these small items out of here. Thorium says, Nomai powered their war weapons with cosmic energy. From star novae to black holes, their engines always hungered for crystals made out of mass itself. Nomai usually place their controls right next to the launch pads. The controls for this cannon are on the roof, on the left. This practice was born from crews often leaving one of their own behind on the pad, that crewmate being in charge of the proper launch. Uh-huh. I mean rotate. What am I rotating? Nothing seems to have rotated. What can I even do right now besides continue looking at other places? I'm gonna bring the scroll out with me. I want to see if the scroll's gonna get big. The scroll does get big. I'll leave it out here. Why not? And let's go into the stranger diorama. Of course, I want to check. Oh, my scroll's not on the ground. My suspension of disbelief is ruined. Alright, what do we have in here? We have a bed. We have ringed planet symbol. We have a telescope pointed at the ceiling. And we have a little chessboard. I was going to say, I haven't been checking for signals. I guess there were signals over there. 1 ring, 2 eye. Sure. So down there it said 2 eye, but then here there's the sun. Here there's a flame. Here there's a crescent moon. Whatever the opposite of a crescent moon is. Oh. Yeah, all I got is... one ring, 2 eye. Ring. Eye. Yeah. I don't know how these would otherwise be numbered. Oh. I see. Okay. So this house is shaped like a 1 and it has a fire. So why 1 ring, 2 eye? That's seemingly not true. Okay. Well, still useful for next loop. I'm gonna rush back over to the Nomai one. See if I can't find where those signals that I neglected are. There we go. For sun. Why are you saying this when that's not true? Unless there are 2 codes, I suppose. Okay, yeah, there's probably 2 codes that I can put in that give me 2 different things. Since I've respawned and I have access to my ship, I might as well check out my ship logs. Okay, so for one, yeah, I did not realize that that geyser was quantum. I was just like, oh yeah, there's 3 different geysers that go off and like stop instantly. I was like, I thought it was like a bug. So there's a geyser moving around, so I can probably collect, you know, a scroll and whatnot and block those off. Maybe the geyser will move such that the ghost matter cave fills with water, like, I don't know. And then, yeah, so this is the new quantum rule that is taken from another mod. I think there is no power. Okay, that's... I would never have guessed that, so that's good that I'm reading this. I mean, I suppose I could have guessed that I'm missing something. So I don't know if knowing that it's power changes anything. Carvey wavelengths. 1 ring, 2 eye, 4 sun. I found a symbol within an oddly designed house in the inhabitant diorama. I found a signal with a peculiar name within the dioramas. Did I? What was the peculiar name? Gibbous symbol, fire symbol, ring symbol, sun symbol. Is that the opposite of a crescent moon, a gibbous moon? That sounds kind of familiar. Okay, cool. I kind of want to fly over this time, actually. Because, yeah, I want to actually get a good look at the ship from the outside. The ominous orbiter. Yeah, it's a very cool looking ship, and I do appreciate a mod that adds a new species made of cubes. Yeah, this looks like it would be a landing pad. Yeah, it even has artificial gravity. Oh, and it's a retextured stranger airlock. Which they've already lampooned in their text. Oh, wow. Yeah, they really did just retexture everything. Okay, true, yeah, I'd seen these before. I forgot to try and use them. These just call down the elevators. Cool. Okay, so let's quickly get this door open. Okay, so last place I was at, well, there was this, where, yeah, the houses are shaped like numbers. So I might as well do that first. So 1 is fire. 1 is fire. 2 is the crescent moon. 1 is fire. 2 is crescent moon. 3 is the sun. I think 4 is already the right symbol. So 3 is the sun. And 5 is the ringed planet. When I say sun, ringed planet. Or no, I said 3 was the sun. Okay, I'm all over the place. 4 was already right. Okay, that was my problem. It's a tall house. A lot of lanterns. Maybe I can use those lanterns to block the geysers. Is there anything already in this? Nope. Okay, that made it really dark. I'm going to take that out while I explore. And I can read this. One of the avian creatures went mad after watching too many reels. Documentaries about a peculiar multi-legged animal, we believe. In their madness, the creature went on to destroy the whole reel collection. Okay. So you have no reels. But what, you had a creature here? So they kidnapped a stranger and had him just sitting around in here going crazy? I could easily fly into this. Oh, there's nothing in there. I'm going to try going to the Harthian diorama now. So you're saying I look away, it vanished. Okay, cool. They even nicely mark the spot. Oh, you even insert it into like a slot. I should have installed the backpack mod that lets you carry multiple items at once, because I'm gonna have to repeat this short walk several times. Okay. I have to say, these little dioramas are so cool though. It's funny too, I've said this a few times, because for the jam, like, I picked the theme because another modder, Streetlights, had come up with the whole concept of like there will be a mini solar system and all that. Oh, okay. Yeah, just as I had hoped. But yeah, another modder, Streetlights, had come up with the whole mini solar system concept. And that was sort of like the restriction. But we always put a theme. So I was like, okay, the theme will just be miniature because there's already... Oh, I didn't time that right? Okay, no, I timed it right. I was like, the theme will just be miniature because it's already miniature solar systems. And then, you know, just by virtue of following the restriction, you will meet the theme and, you know, who cares? Hooray. But no, people have actually made a really good usage of the theme itself. The Harthian legend Feldspar has made several grand endeavors. We've seen their ship bounce from planet to planet, so much so that we've started theorizing how their adventures even went. Xenon got particularly motivated to write stories about him. In one instance, they descend into Brittle Hollow with no way out. You using inconsistent pronouns. But good old Feldspar, they always find a way. They snagged a nearby Nomai tractor beam from one of the ruins and positioned themselves under a hole in the crust above. They put the frame down, pointed their trusted flashlight at a light sensor in a nearby observatory, then let the tractor beam push them back to the surface. Sometimes we Carvey wonder if they actually did things like these. Huh? But there were no light sensors, so that's not true. Okay, you've lied to me. Also, am I not able to get out of here? Is that sort of how this works? Because I'll just die in the ghost matter? Yeah. Okay. Well, that was a good loop. Got a lot done in that loop. It's a good thing it don't take 10 years to reload. It takes 10 years to reload. This is a cool mod so far. I feel the need to say that because I was just being negative, and I don't want to give off the wrong impression. You know what? The load time isn't too bad. Because I only have like 3 mods on. It's not even like particularly nice looking mods. I mean, not that, you know, the mods aren't nice looking, but just like one planet. You can't even see the planet. You can barely see the station for that mod. It's only mildly tedious to repeat this process every time. So they were talking about like, oh, a tractor beam and then you activate it with the light sensor. Like, I can take this and, you know, maybe this is used somewhere. Yeah, I might as well check out Alien Planet now. Okay. Okay, and then even these guys on their own home planet, they just show, you know, monuments to the other species. Okay, so this is their building. We sit here in celebration of our efforts to escape our doomed planet. We miss it so, but we must move on. There's a whole universe out there for us to observe. We've observed the rogue gas giant that destabilized our home planet's orbit. It's colossal. It truly makes you feel small. And yet, we can't help but stare at it in awe. Though, upon closer examination, the planet seems unnatural. And peeking through its violent clouds, we saw what we think were vines. We still can't confirm that, though. The sudden intense violin. Okay, what do we got in here? We got any text? Chlorine has been observing the sentient bird species. They preserve things like we do, but seal it all behind lock and key. Their key is often a code of 5 symbols. We could not help but observe this beautiful teal-ringed planet, but what we found was much more beautiful. We're not alone. Sentient bird-like creatures calmly rafting along their rivers, and their technology very much impressive. Okay, so these guys saw the strangers before they destroyed their homeworld. So these are very old aliens. Onto the Nomai. We've noticed a small disturbance in the inner core of the Vortex's host star. It appears that the Nomai have attempted to build some sort of probe to destroy the star. Why could they be doing this? Are they out of their minds? It doesn't really matter. Thorium noted that no energy they produce could have even forced the star to accelerate into its red giant phase. Otherwise, their plan could have worked. There's a lot of aliens. They all just have element names, I guess. What's this? White shell-like pods have crash-landed in the Vortex's system. Just when we thought this story was over, another species shows its face. Argon is quite intrigued by their goat-like features. Okay. And they just stapled the recorders to the wall. Look at that. The amphibians have become sapient. A new era of hope and excitement begins. I wonder if these amphibians will finally be the ones to interact with the Vortex. The amphibians have founded a space program. Perhaps they will be the true ones to interact with the Vortex. Sulfur claims they could find it completely by accident. I wonder, are all the names changing because it's been like 200,000 years between these different bits of text? Okay, and yeah, so they were saying the whole like, oh, Feldspar put the Nomai tractor beam and then shine light on one of these things. So is there somewhere that I can put the Nomai tractor beam and then shine light and then it'll do something? Oh, hey, this is an observatory. Can I look? Nope, I cannot look. One eye made a call, bold and clear. Another just watched, content to stay near. Two eyes shut it down, cutting the line. Three eyes searched wide for the signal to shine. Four eyes may find it, bringing us cheer. I feel like there was a missing verse to that. Ending the line, think to shine. Yeah, bold and clear, content to stay near. Line, shine, cheer. Is that, I guess that rhymes with this? Is that a poem structure? I guess that's a poem structure. That's cool, dog. I guess we go in the... Oh, okay, so this is where I put the Nomai tractor beam, but then where's the light sensor? Unidentified signal nearby. Yes, I keep forgetting to be looking. What, is it in the water? 5 star. Okay. Unknown. Okay, so there's something in the Nomai area. Sure. So I'll go straight there. And it was on this sort of, on the blue side. Oh yeah, true. It's so this is like the Ember Twin side. This is the Brutal Hollow side, and they're connected by gravity cannon. That's cute. Okay, 3 fire. Was that enough symbols? Maybe that was enough symbols. Come here. 5 star, 1 ring, 4 sun, 3 fire, 2 eye. Yeah, that's enough. Right? 5 is star, 4 is sun, 1 is ring, 3 is fire, 2 is eye. Okay. So there must be some other place that I have to input these codes. Okay. I'll try putting this in over here then. Huh. Now I see no way to activate it though. Did that activate it? They said a nearby light sensor. This is as nearby as it gets. What if I keep it on with my scout? Oh, okay. Sure. That works for me. Okay, what are we up to up here? Oh, and then this. Okay, this is where I put the code. What is this? They said something about a gas giant with with vines in it, presumably bramble, and then this is whatever. This is presumably the rogue gas giant that destroyed their home planet. Okay. 5 was star, 4 was sun, 1 was ring. You were fire, I think, and you were eye. Rotate. There's an elevator, sure thing. Let's go up. A very short elevator ride. Could have been a staircase, not gonna lie. Okay. I don't know what this one is. Yeah, I really do not know what this is. I kind of expected to get up here and all would be revealed. I don't get it. I'm going back to my ship to read my ship logs. I wonder if there's also a thing that I could light up. Right, yeah, so I was missing, presumably there's 3 pieces of the puzzle here. Yeah. So the point of that house was that there were all those lanterns that I could use to block the quantum sockets. And then, yeah, I was able to go up here, which was good, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do up there yet. I also feel like I'm missing something over here. Okay, so I need to figure out the gravity cannon. I have to repeat the same puzzle. No, I didn't mean to click that. No, I clicked it again. Okay. Put the tractor beam. Take the tractor beam with us. Also, much like the other places, can I just... Okay. How do I power this? What could go there that would supply power? I guess the stranger artifact? Or they talk about how the Nomai fuel their stuff with mass, and this is clearly a gravity crystal, but maybe it's not supposed to be thought of as a gravity crystal. So I'll just try shoving everything in. Did that work? No. Okay, knowledge crystal makes more sense. But then I feel like I only think it makes sense because it's a recolored gravity crystal. So, who knows? Sure, if that works. Uh-huh. Okay. Hey. Well, that explains the ridiculously tall building. That was quite cool. Oh, hey, there's a scroll. We actually get to use a scroll. Okay, that's fun. That's actually... Oh, and there's a boat bowl. I don't know why I would want that, but sure. Okay, that's nice. These puzzles are really... These different elements they've left around are really coming together, which is cool. I know I was sort of ragging on their first puzzle, the quantum one, just because it's from a different mod. It'd be so cool if it showed the code in the bottom of the screen, because I've now shown that I know the code. This one was this one was ring, I don't know. Oh, I was scrolling through it too quickly then. That's my bad. It seems they've thought that you might just try to brute force it. Okay. Wait, that's so funny. It shuts off the sun. Okay. Put this in. What are we watching? We got the funky fire. That is, I don't know where that... Okay, that's... Yeah, you take the boat rod, you fall into the abyss. Okay, and you use that to light everything. Okay, very cool, very cool. So with that, I go back into here. And then, yeah, I didn't need anything else for the final... Oh, no, I did. I need the tractor beam as well. So sure, I'll just put this into this diorama. Drop that down. So we come back in with the tractor beam. I will launch my scout in here in advance. There we go. And that will power the tractor beam. I'll top myself up on fuel. And then presumably... this might be the end. I guess we'll see. 4 sun, 3 fire. Sun, fire. 1 ring, 2 eye. 5 is star. I'm so... How do I keep mixing these up? Yeah, you were dad, and then you were fire. Well, what am I doing over here? Now, here we go. Actually, yeah, can I just light this on fire immediately? And then we light all these. And there's a crazy beam coming down. Oh. What just happened? Why did it take my suit? Oh. Yeah, you're a real creature, aren't you? Talk to question marks. Hi, question marks. You there. Do not move. Stay where you are. On closer inspection, you look like a Hearthian. Wow. I never thought you would be twice as big as me. Wait. Could you be the one that was set to launch a few minutes ago? That's right. I know all about you. Hatchling, the youngest member of Outer Wilds Ventures. I've watched you ever since you were just a little tadpole. All your life you've dreamed of following in the footsteps of the great Feldspar. In just a handful of minutes, you came all the way here from your home system on your first flight. I know what you're thinking. I probably find this odd, don't I? Far from it, because I know exactly why. My kind knows all about the phenomenon of the Ash Twin Project. I know that you're connected to it. We have observed 3 species in the span of 400,000 years, including yours and the Nomai. Us Carvi, we are observers. We look at the stars, but we don't interact with them like you and the Nomai have. Like you, we once had a home planet, until 400,000 years ago. Our planet was part of a binary relationship with another, purple, Haitian planet. The 2 twins danced around our home star, until a rogue gas giant sent our home planet flying out of its orbit into the coldest depths of space. However, it was not too late. We built this ship to escape our freezing deaths and parked ourselves in orbit around this pulsar. Once we've arrived, we observed a lush green moon orbiting a teal-ringed giant. It was beautiful watching its owl-like inhabitants raft down its rivers and counting their stars. Then, an enigmatic vortex let out an eerie song for all the universe to hear. We stood there amazed in its beauty, but we did not dare to go. Instead, we waited for the other species to react. And they did. What a show it was, full of heartbreak, tears, and drama. They could not handle its horrifying beauty. Well, all except one. The one who freed the signal. The one who reeled in the Nomai. And so, we sat on the edge of our seats, watching the Nomai try to crack the code. Then the comet came. Even though we watched the Nomai draw their final breath, we knew something bigger was coming. Mother Nature then splashed away the ghastly fog and the amphibians rose to triumph. And so your kind was born. While you 3 species put on your little play, our crew of 20-something people 400,000 years ago slowly and naturally trickled its way down to just one. That sole survivor is I, Phosphorus. There is one thing in which we share, Hatchling. We know what it's like to be the last of our kind. And yet you are hooked onto a death loop for all eternity to suffer. I've only watched my kind die once. You've witnessed it countless times. Slate, Chert, Rybeck, and even the great Feldspar, you've watched them burn into oblivion. Hatchling, look around you. The universe, it may seem gargantuan, but life itself, it's just a small blip in the oceans of history. You've died many times, but you are still bound to the fear of death that your friends have put onto you. Death itself, and many concepts that are tangible, matter almost nothing compared to the true nature of the universe. Hatchling, it's time to let go. The inevitable will happen. Your friends may die, but there's no need to endure all this pain just to see their faces again. That prisoner, he scanned the vortex when no one was looking. He knew there was more to the vortex, and thanks to him, we know the secret to the eye of the universe. Once someone enters the eye and sacrifices themselves, their memories are passed on and allow the creation of a brand new universe. Find the way to disable the Ash Twin Project, follow the cry of the eye, and put an end to your suffering and the suffering of the universe, for the hope that there'll be a tomorrow. Farewell, Hatchling. Just remember that your friend Phosphorus will be watching your back, rooting for you. Yo, can I talk to you again? Okay. Wait. Could you make that whole speech again? I think I've misheard something. Well then, if you say so. You there. Do not... Okay, Phosphorus yapping. Phosphorus says the whole thing. Our planet blew up, yada yada. I don't know why. Of course you're just going to say the speech again. It wouldn't make sense for you to say something goofy and funny. This was a pointless... Oh no, I clicked the button. Okay, wait. I won't forget... Okay. Bro, you're just staring at a wall, man. What are you holding? Is that a book? Holding a book? Why'd your arm disappear? Okay, well, it was good meeting you, Phosphorus. The Cosmic Curators. Yeah, that was a neat mod. So that was Cosmic Curators. Super cool usage of the theme and a very neat setting. The whole hopping between dioramas thing was really neat. It felt a bit strange to me to see the 4th quantum puzzle rule having been copied from another mod, Although I will concede that saying it was ripped off was a little bit harsh, and it's probably meant more as an homage or a building up of a collective modding lore, so I guess it's cool. The Carvi being observers was a nice contrast to the other aliens in the base game. Overall, a very nice mod with some good puzzles and a nice level of polish. Okay, bye.